Hello, beautiful people. My name is Marika Gare, and this is the Inspiration Trilogy, a platform for women across the globe to come together, share advice and wisdom, and just have some meaningful conversations. So today's guest is Maryann Tsai from Reach Her, who's built a phenomenal business supporting women from marginalised backgrounds with education and empowerment and confidence to return to work and greater areas of life. So she's also an author and a national award winner and a mum of one. So welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks, Marika. I'm so excited to be here.
So for those listeners out there who may not have heard from you, tell us a little bit about your journey and your background and how you got to where you are.
Yeah, sure. Well, I migrated from Taiwan to Perth, Western Australia with my family when I was 10. And life was quite difficult for us, not only the cultural and language barrier, but adjusting to a different education system in Perth.
Yeah.
I've lost count of times that we've had to move house and move school just to settle in. My father couldn't find employment in Perth, so he kind of decided to return back to Taiwan to start his own business. And at that time, he was actually running a failing business. So my mother essentially became a single mother, raising 3 children on her own.
Wow, that's an incredibly hard job.
Yeah, absolutely. And there wasn't any family support in Perth as well. So that has been quite hard for my mother. And that was also one of the reasons where she didn't have any education, and language barrier was one of the major issues that prevented her from gaining an employment.
I can't imagine how difficult that would be for her to be isolated away from family and friends and have those barriers. I mean, that's just as an incredible strength that she must have within her to be able to persevere and get through that.
Absolutely. And I think she had no choice. Obviously, she's got 3 children to look after. And, my father, unfortunately, was diagnosed with terminal liver cancer. And sadly, he passed away. So my father was always a breadwinner, and mum has been a full-time homemaker all her life. So to be put in a situation where she suddenly needs to be the breadwinner of, our household, and that has been quite hard for her, getting knockbacks from employers because, she couldn't speak English, she didn't have any work experience and no education. These barriers prevented her from getting into any jobs that are available out in the workforce.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was a strong impact in my life, watching us struggle growing up financially. And it's also the drive for me to start Reach Her Inc. so I can help other women like my mother.
Yeah. And so what ended up happening with her with the employment? Did she sort of gain something over time or was it just a struggle for a few years there?
It was a long struggle. I remember we were getting Centrelink welfare benefits to help us just to be able to pay for our rent, because eventually we lost our home because my father was actually in a financial debt with his business. And therefore, my mum started looking for a job. And then at that time, my older sister was doing an apprenticeship in hairdressing. I just graduated from university looking for a job, and my younger sister was still in high school. So we kind of had to work part-time jobs just to help out at home to make ends meet. And eventually she did get a kitchen hand job in a Chinese restaurant. But life was really tough for like at least 4 years before eventually I found a permanent full-time job. And then I was able to, along with my older sister, provide it for the family.
Yeah, but that's tough on you as well, right? Especially at that young age to have that responsibility. And I mean, you do what you need to do for your family. Of course, you love them and you will pitch in, but at such a young age, that's quite a big thing to take on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and for those listeners out there who don't know what Reach Her is exactly. I mean, obviously you help marginalised women. Do you want to explain a bit more about the programs and the offerings that you have with Reach Her?
Yeah, sure. So Reach Her Inc. is a not-for-profit organisation based in Perth, Western Australia, and we exist to support and empower women from all diverse backgrounds. We wanted to improve their confidence, mental and physical well-being, to help them create a sense of belonging by helping them gain an entry into employment through our education and training program. Predominantly, our program consists of creative art cooking workshop that helps nurturing their mental and physical well-being. And we've also got business education program for those women that are looking into starting their business, and self-employment becomes an alternative option for them. We also offer career pathway programs. So if they would like to connect with our employment partners, we have that connections with employment partners where we can liaise with our employment partner and organize some work placement program for them. And these are predominantly what we offer to try to get them to return back to workforce. We also offer pre-employment mentorship and coaching. As we understand, it is hard to start your own business, and a lot of women are in a situation where they don't really know what they want and how do they get there. And I think our program comes in as a holistic program where we start to nurture our relationship with them first, build their self-esteem and confidence, and then we take them through these educational programs to be able to help them to see what would they really like in their life, whether it's to start up their own business or whether it's to work for somebody else.
Yeah, I think it's such an incredible programs that you have and assistance that you are offering, and there's such a need for it out there. There's so many women for various different reasons, whether it's cultural reasons or economic reasons or, you know, perhaps domestic reasons. You're just giving them so much more to their life, and it's just, I mean, you've recently won some awards. Do you want to tell people about that?
Yeah, so last year we've won the Multicultural Business Excellence. So when I first transitioned from settling as a mum, I decided to launch my business, and it was a baking business, Missy M Sweets. So I ran it for about 3 years and realized that that was meeting my passion, but it was missing the purpose. So in September 2022, I decided to launch Reach Her Inc., which serves the purpose, and that's to make an impact within these women's lives. So this year, we've been nominated for the Not-for-Profit Excellence Award, and we've came 3rd place nationally across Australia, and that has been amazing. As volunteers, we don't seek accolades and recognition, but it's just really nice to be recognized for all the hard work the whole entire team has put in. And being a startup, there's always funding challenges. So to be recognized in this way has been quite amazing.
Yeah. And so, look, if there are listeners out there who are interested in volunteering with Reach Her, offering perhaps employment opportunities and things like that, I would definitely suggest reaching out to Maryann. I will be putting details in the bio. It's such an incredible not-for-profit, like I've said, and there's so many ways that other businesses and people can help and support these women as well. So would you like to tell listeners about how you've changed the lives of one of the women that have gone through the programs and gone through Reach Her?
Yeah, sure. Since founding Reach Her Inc. In September 2022, our programs have supported over 300 women who have attended all our workshops till now, and we've managed to help them in terms of their mental and health and physical well-being by providing them the options through our creative art, cooking, and well-being programs. And just providing them with opportunities to explore employment through our employment partners. And we've successfully connected with our employment partners through a local cafe, the Store Espresso Cafe. And one of the participants, Swati, has managed to gain employment through our employment partners and are thriving at the moment. And we see this as the beginning of reaching out to more women out there in terms of employment opportunity. And next year, we're looking at launching our business education and business school as well. And that will really help these women to seek opportunities within the self-employment route. And yeah, so we're really excited, and hopefully by next year we will have more impact with these women being able to start up their own business and gain some financial independence through their own business.
Oh, that's beautiful. And look, as yourself, I mean, I know sort of, I guess the background with Reach Her, and I've been doing a few things with you, and I know how much of you've put all your heart and soul into this business, and you do so many incredible things. You're also a mum. You had 2 businesses at some point last year. I mean, how do you juggle giving so much of yourself all the time? And I mean, how do you juggle that lifestyle?
Yeah, I think finding the right balance being a mum and entrepreneur is an ongoing process, and what works for one person might not work for the other.
Yeah,
I believe it's essentially you need to be flexible and adjust your strategies as needed based on your unique circumstances.
yeah,
For me, I believe self-care is one of the most important priority as a mum and entrepreneur.
absolutely.
And we all preach about self-care, the importance of self-care, but when
Yeah.
it comes to taking actions of looking after yourself, physically and mentally,
Yeah.
I still struggle with that, and I'm still on a learning journey.
I think, I think we all are as mums as well, because it's not just, as you say, the physical and, doing exercise and perhaps pampering yourself. And it's not just about that. It's about stepping back and stopping for a moment, because as we were talking about before, as mums, you do the business, you do all the mum stuff, you do all the running around, you run the household. At some point you need to step back, and that's the hardest thing for us mums, because we're nurturers and we're fixers and we want to do things. So yeah, but it is finding that balance, and it changes over time. And it's different for everybody. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, just simple things like getting enough sleep, exercise regularly, and just make time for activities that brings you joy. And,
Yeah.
A healthy and happy you will be more effective in both your role as a mother and an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Because we all know that you can't serve from an empty cup.
Exactly. Yeah.
To feel yourself first, and then you'll be able to serve others.
Yeah.
It's still a learning journey for me each day, and as each year go by, I tend to reflect upon, what is my current situation right now? How can I put more self-care into my routine, so then I can look after myself, so I can serve more to others.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I think you are such an incredible woman. You've done so many amazing things, and I know there's a lot planned for next year too, with Reach Her and things that you're doing. So for listeners out there who may be a woman who would like to talk to you about the services of Reach Her, or a business or otherwise who might be able to support these women, what's the best way to reach out to you?
Yeah, so they can reach us via our website, reachherinc.org, and they can email us as well. The best way is to reach us through our website. They can sign up to our newsletter for constant updates, or they can reach us on our social, on Instagram at Reach Her Project, and direct message us as well, and we'll be happy to offer our help to them.
Okay, beautiful. And just before we go, so what is one of your favourite quotes or something that inspires you during times where you might be finding things challenging? What inspires you?
Yeah, there is this Rwandan proverb, and it's not been mentioned who wrote it, but it's one of my favorite quote that I place in my office, and it says, "One stick is easy to break, but 20 stick bounded together are strong." And to me, that means, you know, when you're working by yourself, you will face a lot more obstacles and problems, and it's a lot harder to achieve something bigger when you're on your own. But when you have a collective people or a group of people together working together towards the same mission and goal, you become stronger. And that is so true. And even within our organization, I could not be running it all by myself. I will reach burnt out. And that's why we have incredible board members and committee members who step in to help me out in different areas. And we all bring our expertise from different areas. And that's how we continue to grow and move forward. And that's one of my favorite quote that I go by. You know,
I love that.
Don't be alone.
Yeah. And I'm very, I sort of talk about this a lot as well in you know, they say it takes a village to raise a child, but I think it's very much it takes a village to support a woman and to help her live her best life, because that's the support and the connection is just, it's imperative for anybody, and it's just, it brings so much joy to you to have a village of support around you. So look, thanks so much for chatting to me today. Like I said, you're doing some amazing things, and I would really say to listeners to go out, reach her website, see what it's all about, and reach out to Maryann. And I can't wait to see what's coming up for next year. So thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Marika.
Okay, and listeners, I'll put all the information in the bio, and we'll be up with more episodes soon. Bye.
Thank you.